Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa laqibatul muttaqeen wa salatu wa salam ala rasulihi Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa labatihi wa sahbihi wa azwajihi ajma'een. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma anfa'ni bima 'allamtani wa 'allimni ma yanfa'uni wa zidni ilman walhamdulillahi ala kulli hal. Amma ba'd, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ya ikhwani, after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam left this world and Syedna Abu Bakr RA became the caliph, when this news reached Arab tribes who were settled at the borders of the Bedouin tribes, they started to rebel. False prophets came out of nowhere from Yemen, Tahama and Najd, and few Bedouin tribes refused to give zakat, and even city of Medina had danger. Glorious companion, the scholar of Quran, Abdullah bin Mas'ud RA used to say about these rebellions, after demise of Rasulullah, we were at the place where our destruction was not so far. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed His mercy that we all agreed on Syedna Abu Bakr's Khilafat. In this situation, we all counseled that for now we will not act on deniers of zakat and will spread in Arab tribes and will spread Allah's deen there. In this chaos time, Syedna Abu Bakr RA took an oath that he will fight with rebels. He announced that he will drive them out of their settlements by humiliating them. Siddiq Akbar RA at once stable things in whole Arab, crushed all rebellions, all transgressors at once, and made Medina a stable capital of Islam. Of all these difficult situations, Syedna Abu Bakr RA had to make decision of expedition of Osama bin Zaid RA at first. Because before demise of Rasulullah, he ﷺ sent this expedition to Sham in command of Osama bin Zaid anhuma. And when Rasulullah's health deteriorated, Osama bin Zaid decided to wait rather march. As most of Arab was now in rebellious movements, so companion anhum went to Syedna Abu Bakr and advised him that for a while stop this expedition. But Syedna Abu Bakr said there, swear to Allah, I will not change the decision that Rasulullah made. Even if the beasts and animals of surrounding comes and eat us alive, I will send Osama. Syedna Abu Bakr went to the camp of Osama which was at the Juruf, and encouraged them and walked with them for resistance and sent them to jihad in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Expedition of Osama reached at the place of Ubna, and Syedna Osama ordered to prepare for war. In Medina, many companions whom had concern that big number of warriors have gone in this campaign, and Medina needs soldiers to defend itself in these crucial and rebellious times. But Syedna Abu Bakr obeyed Rasulullah's decision. Hercule, the Caesar of Rome, heard the news of Rasulullah's demise and Osama's expedition at the same time, and he was shocked that what kind of nation is this, that they are mourning on their prophet and also marching towards a far area at the same time. Then came the issue of apostates. The literal meaning of apostate means one who renounces a religious or political belief or principle. At that, apostates can be divided into three categories. First ones were those who didn't deny Islam nor denied prophethood of Rasulullah. They said, we are on Tawheed and we believe in Rasulullah. We will pray Salah, but we will not give zakat to the Khalifa of Medina. They were mostly those tribes who were settled near Medina. Second group of apostates were those who after demise of Rasulullah ﷺ denied Islam and again started kufr and shirk. These tribes were mostly from Yemen, Bahrain, Oman, Hadramaut. The third group of apostates were those who followed the false prophet. From them, three were males: Aswad Ansi, Tulhaya Asdi, and Muslima Qadab. One female also came out announcing herself the prophet Sija. Their followers were also from the far tribes: Medina, Makkah, Taif, Medina, Ghafar, Jahina, Bali, Ashja, Aslam, and Khaza. These cities and tribes were those who were safe from these things. There were few reasons of these rebellions in Arab. First reason was that many tribes and people had accepted Islam and were standing firmly on that with Muhajirin and Ansar anhum. Remained Arabs mostly were jealous from Muhajirin and Ansar anhum. They even became united and fight against Muslims, but after conquest of Makkah, they had nothing to do except to obey, and so did they obey Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The second reason was most Arabs were nomadic. They never thought to have a single leader. The sky was their shadow, sand was their sitting, camels were their living and ride, horses and swords were their companions, and dates were their food. When they saw emerging power from Medina, they first accepted obedience, but as Rasulullah left this world, they went back to their old rituals and styles. Third reason is connected with the second one, that Arabs had a tribal arrogance, tribal pride, and because of that, every Arab was king of his own tribe, and giving kharaj to someone else was not thing of them. This type of people accepted the leadership of Rasulullah once, but they couldn't accept that again. Fourth reason was Arab tribalism. Bedouin tribes were based on these tribalism. They had accepted the high religious level of Quraysh, but they were not accepting the political high rank. Because of that, some tribes emerged with the false prophets and some emerged as the deniers of zakat. The fifth reason was that the tribes of Arab, which were settled at the borders of Roman and Persian empires, were impressed by these powerful kings. In the last years of Rasulullah, these empires intended to attack Medina, and when Rasulullah left this world, they provoked Arabs. Syedna Usama bin Zayd had went to border of Sham with Muslim army, and now Medina city didn't have that much soldiers in it. And in this situation, Abu Bakr was receiving news from each rebellious tribes and areas. Banu Asad, Qatfan, Tai, Qadah, and other tribes sent their invoice to Medina. They said that we will pray Salah but will not give Zakat, accept our proposal. Now on the other side, most of the Arab was rebelling, and as compared to this matter, it was a big problem. So companions anhum started to give their suggestions to Syedna Abu Bakr that army has went with Usama, and we cannot fight whole Arab at a time. Syedna Abu Bakr said them, my advice is that we should not be polite to enemies. Whoever wants can accept Islam, and whoever wants can stay kafir. In matter of Islam, I will not give bribe to them. We will follow the teachings and seerah of Rasulullah and will fight enemies like he used to fight. I swear to Allah, if they will refuse to give a rope halter, then I will fight them until I will take sadaqah and zakat from them and hand it over to the rightful persons. Syedna Umar said there that Arabs have shown stinginess in the matter of zakat. You should act wisely and leave them for this year. Syedna Abu Bakr replied Syedna Umar harshly. You are brave at the time of Jahiliyyah. In the time of Islam, you are showing cowardice. Remember, the chain of revelation has ended and religion has been completed. Who has dared to change this religion in my life? Every companion looking Syedna Abu Bakr determination and enthusiasm were now silent. And now they started to support Syedna Abu Bakr. Syedna Abu Bakr then ordered that envoy of each rebellious tribe should leave Medina in one day and night, or else whoever will be caught, he will be treated like an apostate should be treated. And before the line of Khalifa Rasulullah, envoys left Medina. When envoys of apostate tribes went back, they with the whole situations of Medina also told that Medina at the time has no defense. Their most men have went with Usama. So take advantage of this and attack on Medina. True Muslims that were living in these tribes were giving information to Syedna Abu Bakr and Syedna Abu Bakr took precautions. News Syedna Abu Bakr received that on 3 places around Medina, apostates have gathered and are preparing for war. One group is at the place of Abrak, second group is at the Zi Kusah, and third one is at the Zi Husa. Now Syedna Abu Bakr placed glorious companions like Ali, Talha, Zubair and Abdullah bin Mas'ud at the routes that comes to Medina, and instruct them that keep eyes on enemies' every action, and if they try to attack, stop their attack. If you fear for big trouble, then at once report to Medina. Syedna Abu Bakr announced in Medina that pray every salah in Masjid Nabwi and be prepared for war every time. March towards the Husa. 3 days passed since envoys of apostate tribes left. One of them marched on Medina at night. The companions that Syedna Abu Bakr pointed at the routes of Medina, stopped them and informed the news to Medina. What they did is half of them marched towards Medina and half of them stayed at the Husa. As soon as Syedna Abu Bakr RA received this news, he immediately took companions who were sitting in Masjid Nabawi with him and sent message to outposts to stop their attack. I am coming right away. In just a moment, first Caliph of Islam attacked those apostates. Apostates couldn't bear the attack of Muslims and ran towards the Husa, where other people of them were waiting. Syedna Abu Bakr RA followed them till the Husa. Enemies ran away facing defeat, and Syedna Abu Bakr RA came back to Medina. Battle of Abrak. Murrah, Abbas, Zabiyan, Kinana, Solba, and other apostate tribes came and camped at the place of Abrak. At the end of month Jamadul Akhira, Syedna Abu Bakr RA prepared to fight against them. At that time, the army which went with Usama RA to Sham had already came back with the victory. But Syedna Abu Bakr RA said to them to rest. I will fight these apostates. He RA took companions that he appointed on different checkposts, the companions that were in Medina, and also companions of Badr RA with him, and attacked enemies. Enemies played a trick there. They filled leather bags with air and threw them on camels of Muslims' army, and their trick worked. Camels ran out of fear and Muslims had to come back. Seeing this, these rebellions called all tribes that were at the Kusa. And there in Medina, Syedna Abu Bakr RA on same night marched again. He RA placed Nu'man bin Makran at the place of Maymana, Abdullah bin Makran at the place of Maysara, and Suwaid bin Makran at the place of Saqa. Gave the flag of the army to Syedna Khalid bin Walid. Syedna Abu Bakr RA himself marched towards Abrak, and enemies saw then a shameful defeat. At dawn, enemies ran away. Syedna Abu Bakr RA, conquering the battle of Abrak, marched towards the Kusa and kicked out the rebellions. Syedna Abu Bakr RA, by doing these bravely acts and with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, protected the Medina. The false prophets, when heard these news, they knew that attacking Medina is not easy, and they back off from their intentions to attack Medina. Syedna Abu Bakr RA, after making surroundings of Medina safe, came back to Medina. Army of Osama bin Zayd RA has rested now. Abu Bakr RA ordered all his loyal tribes to prepare for wars and gathered all of them in the Kusa. Here he RA sent 11 armies to whole Arab where there was rebellions. The first army was sent in the command of Khalid bin Walid RA. Syedna Abu Bakr RA commanded Syedna Khalid to go and fight first Tulaiha bin Khuwailid Asdi. After that, join with the Malik bin Nuwaira and fight with Muslima Kadhab. The second army was in command of Ikramah RA bin Abi Jahl to fight Banu Hanifa and Muslima Kadhab. Third army was sent in the command of Muhajir bin Abi Umayyah and commanded him to fight Aswad Ansi, then go and help Muslims of Yemen, and after that go to Hadramaut. Fourth army was sent in the command of Khalid RA bin Sa'id to outskirts of Sham. Fifth army was sent in the command of Umar bin As to Qadha. Sixth army was sent in the command of Huzaifa bin Muhsan to Oman. The seventh group was sent in the command of Urfija bin Harsama to handle the place of Mahra, and ordered Huzaifa and Urfija to help each other. Eighth army was sent in the command of Shurahbil bin Hasna and commanded him to cooperate with Ikramah RA bin Abi Jahl, and after campaign of Yamama attacked on the rebels of Qadha. Ninth army was sent in the command of Turaifa bin Hajiz and commanded him to fight with the tribes of Sulaim and Hawazin. 10th commander was Suwaid bin Makran, and he was commanded to attack the surroundings of Yemen. 11th army was in command of Ullah bin Hadarmi to Bahrain. Syedna Abu Bakr RA sent a decree for apostates. He instructed the commanders of army that as you come close to any city, first send an envoy to them, who should read my decree in front of them. Azan is your call. If they reply your Azan with Azan, then don't attack them, but if they don't, then attack them. If they give Azan, then first talk to them, and if they accept that they are on Islam, then leave them, otherwise fight them. The decree of Syedna Abu Bakr RA was, this decree is from Caliph of Rasulullah to all you people. Then no matter if he is on Islam or have turned their backs from Islam, peace be on them who once accepted guidance and then didn't turn their backs. Then Syedna Abu Bakr RA did Hamdu Sana of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and then described the Prophet of Rasulullah and then wrote in the decree, I got the news that people among you once accepted Islam and then have gone back. People like these want to deceive Allah. They cannot understand the command of Allah. They are following shaitan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that we ordered angels to prostrate Adam alayhi salam. All prostrate except shaitan. He disobeyed Allah. Are you making shaitan and his followers your friends? He is indeed your enemy. Oppressors will have bad ending, and it is Allah's command that shaitan is your enemy. You also should consider him as your enemy. He is calling his allies so that they can become the engine of hellfire. I am sending this person as commander of pious persons to you. It is my command to them that don't lift your swords until you don't call them to Allah's deen. Whoever will accept this da'wah, he, my army, will not put a hand on him. But if someone rejects this da'wah, then I have ordered them to fight those. Don't show any kind mercy on them. Destroy them completely and make their women and children slaves. Don't accept anything from them except Islam. Remember, whoever will accept Islam, he will have advantage, and whoever will not, so he cannot do anything to God. My command is that may this decree should be read in every city and gathering. Yeah, Khwani, this is for today's video. Next video will be on apostasy wars and about these 11 armies of Syedna Abu Bakr RA, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this from me and you and grant us the hidayah to follow the teachings and sunnahs of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in our whole life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us that sha'ur, that we have lessons from the life of companions radhiyallahu anhum ajma'in. Ameen. Fi amanillah.